Turns out boring, old-fashioned Republicans win. Charleston, South Carolina just elected its first Republican mayor since Reconstruction, using that strategy. But sadly, for Republicans who just want to win, they rarely actually make that choice for boring, old-fashioned Republicans to get to the general election. Nikki Haley hopes to change that, obviously, by being an old-fashioned, somewhat boring Republican. And while she says she is the future, current polling in her home state shows her 30 points behind Donald Trump in her home state. To be fair, that polling included Tim Scott at 10%. He has since dropped out. So even if you give her that whole 10% of Tim Scott's vote, she's 20 points behind Trump. Republicans won a historic urban upset last week. Can they repeat it? That's Dave Weigel writing for Semafor, and Dave is with us now. It's great to have you in person. I would say on the radio, long-time listener, first-time caller. It's great to have you. Help us with this. Can they repeat it? Answer that question for me.
The Republicans who won this race are skeptical if they can. So William Cogswell is going to be the new mayor of Charleston. He built a coalition of Republicans. They all turned out and voted. He turned out a lot of them. And some Democrats who were frustrated with a two-term mayor who presided over some rising crime, presided over riots 2020. The Republican ran on a pro-fair development, pro-police, pro-safety message, and he stayed away from conservative politics. Not those things aren't conservative, but he stayed away from abortion, he stayed away from guns, he hadn't voted for some of the more conservative legislation in Columbia. And Republicans, I talked to his campaign manager, talked to Republicans there, they said that was pretty helpful. I mean, if he'd been a MAGA Republican, he might not have won.
He only won by 800 votes, so you can imagine it would have been hard, especially in Charleston, which is very liberal as a city. This is him, Cogswell, endorsing Nikki Haley. Take a listen.
Nikki Haley, I got to go with her. She's been an incredible governor. When I first went to the legislature, I served under her. I had the honor to serve under her. I think she is somebody that brings, again, pragmatic solutions to not just our state, but our country's growing issues. And I think she's got a good disposition.
All right. We said it about a year ago. South Carolina is shaping up to be the most interesting place in America for politics. I think you'd probably agree with that right now.
Definitely.
If Nikki Haley's and Cogswell's path is the future for the Republican Party, the path to success, why aren't more Republicans getting on it?
I think the polling explains a lot of this. If you're Nikki Haley right now, you are at every campaign event, at the debates, pointing out that you poll better than Donald Trump. Donald Trump is ahead a little bit in Michigan, but she's well ahead of Joe Biden in Michigan. She's competitive in places where Biden's not competitive. She wins some suburban voters who maybe vote for Glenn Youngkin or William Cogswell, but not for Trump. But Trump is also ahead of Biden. And for a lot of Republicans, he is objectively polling than he ever did in 16 or 20. That argument is enough. They know Donald Trump. They know what his record is. They want a return of that record as much as possible of what he did in his first term. And for Haley to break through and say, trust me, I can win by a few more points, it's not been very compelling to people who agree with Trump on most issues.
All right, so Haley's trying to address that, right? Well, this is hypothetical matchups. Haley wins by 10 points over Joe Biden. You point out that there's states that she wins that he does not. Trump over 4 points right now by Joe Biden. Here's Haley talking about Trump today. Take a listen.
I think President Trump was the right president at the right time. I was proud to serve America in his administration. I agree with a lot of his policies. But the truth is, chaos follows him.
All right, so play this out for me, right? Nikki Haley is going to be on the debate stage a week from tonight. You've got DeSantis, Vivek, and Christie. She's going to have everybody focusing their fire on her. Conceivably, somebody comes out as the number one to have the number two spot to take on Donald Trump, go mano a mano. If she's successful in that, if she becomes the person at some point to get one-on-one with Donald Trump, can she keep that up?
Yes, she has a great calendar. This is her advantage, and you point out the South Carolina polling. She's behind, but what she wants to get is a one-on-one race with Trump in South Carolina. There are weeks between the New Hampshire primary and the South Carolina primary. The dream scenario for her is she does well in Iowa, DeSantis drops out, she beats Trump in North Hampshire, she has 5 weeks to win that race. And right now the polling says Republicans in South Carolina like them both. They love Donald Trump, they love Nikki Haley, they think that Donald Trump, having been president, knowing a record, is a better choice than her. She would have those weeks to convince them, all right, you love Donald Trump, I can bring you what he did and more. And Trump has not, he's called her bird brain, et cetera. He has not made a substantive argument about, beyond that insult, about why she would be a bad president. He's not attacked her on China. He's not attacked her on Ukraine. Not really. So what we don't have is a sustained period of Donald Trump, who has credibility Republican voters, saying you can't trust her for reasons X, Y, and Z. But she is in a good position if she gets through New Hampshire to make that argument for 5 weeks.
And Trump's thinking about it, and he's thinking about South Carolina. He showed up at the USC Clemson game on Saturday, got a hero's welcome there from the crowd with Henry McMaster, the current governor. So that could be where it all comes down to. We'll see you on the trail. This was great. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
NewsNation's home for your next Republican primary debate, and this is going to be a big one because this is the first one with Nikki Haley as a frontrunner. SiriusXM's Megyn Kelly, NewsNation's own Elizabeth Vargas moderates the 2-hour debate in partnership with the Washington Free Beacon. Eliana Johnson, you see there. It's happening at the University of Alabama. Roll Tide, 1 week from tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.